With the French Open getting underway on Sunday, players are making their final preparations ahead of the start of the most prestigious event to take place on the clay. Once again, the usual suspects will be heading into the event as favorites to win. Although 2019 has been far from predictable with a series of different winners each week. On the WTA Tour, Karolina Pliskova, Kiki Bertens and Petra Kvitova has been the only players to have won multiple titles this season. Meanwhile, 5 players have achieved the accolade on the men's tour, including Roger Federer and Novak Djokovic. With a Grand Slam title at stake, some are wondering if more surprises will be in store, especially in the women's draw, with many still inspired by Jelena Ostapenko's shock run to the title back in 2017. Maybe the best indicator is to get the opinion of those who have been involved in the sport for the majority of their lives. Here is who some former players and coaches have backed to win the title this year. Justine Henin embed from Getty Images. Former Belgian player Justine Henin knows what it takes to win the Roland Garros title. During her career, she won the tournament 4 times and was undefeated between 2005 to 2007. In the Open era, only Steffi Graf 6 and Chris Evert 7 have won the Women's French Open title more times. Henin's pick for the women's title this year is reigning champion Simona Halep. The Romanian has featured in the Paris final 3 times since 2014, and it is currently the only Grand Slam where she has won 20 or more main draw matches. Her current win-loss record stands at 24-8. It is going to be a very interesting tournament. I think Simona Halep is going to be the favorite. I like her game. I like how she plays on clay, because on clay you need to be a complete player, both physically and mentally, Henin told the Indo-Asian news service on May 1. Every Grand Slam, you get 1 or 2 surprises. So, I am expecting that also to happen, she added. During a recent interview with Digisport TV, Halep has dismissed the idea that she feels under pressure to perform at the French Open. Since winning her maiden major title 12 months ago, she has only won 1 additional trophy on the WTA Tour, doing so at the Canadian Open last summer. I have no expectations because it's the first time when I have to defend a trophy at a Grand Slam, Halep said. I just want to be relaxed, enjoy the tournament and try to win some matches. Nothing more. Tony Nadal embed from Getty Images. Uncle Tony, who is best known as the former coach of Rafael Nadal, believes there will be 3 key contenders for the men's title. Besides multiple champion Nadal, Tony has named world number 1 Djokovic and 2018 runner-up Dominic Thiem as favorites. I do not know. Rafael has not played in a perfect way in Madrid, Monte Carlo or Barcelona. He reached the semi-finals, and I think here and in Paris, he will play well, Tony told Tennis World USA shortly before the Italian Open. I think he is the favorite with Novak Djokovic and Dominic Thiem. Federer has also been named as a potential threat. The Swiss player hasn't played in the clay court major since 2015, and it will be only his 3rd tournament on the clay since June 2016. Federer's first and only triumph at the French Open was a decade ago in 2008. Roger Federer too. He has won a record 20 Grand Slam titles. It's normal he is one of the contenders, less than Djokovic and Rafael, but if he plays well he can beat one of the top guys. Arantxa Sanchez Vicario embed from Getty Images. In the Open era, Sanchez Vicario is the only Spanish woman to have won Roland Garros on multiple occasions. The 47-year-old was victorious in 1989, 1994 and 1998, placing her on equal ground with Serena Williams for most titles won at the event. Unsurprisingly, Sanchez Vicario lists compatriot Nadal as the man to beat, but says this year he will face a greater threat from his rivals. The King of Clay has endured a mixed season on the dirt so far. reaching the semi-finals at 3 consecutive events before going on to win the Rome Masters. His first ATP silverware of the season. Nadal is the one to beat because of the success he has had on clay. Also, playing 5 sets is a different story compared to 3 sets. Sanchez Vicario told First Post, "This year, there are going to be more players who can challenge Rafa for the title. Novak Djokovic, obviously, is one of them. Dominic Thiem is a very good clay court specialist. Then we also have Roger Federer and Stefanos Tsitsipas. So it is wide open." The Spaniard has previously backed Halep to defend her title. Beyond that, she lists Petra Kvitova as a player to watch out for in the draw. The Czech is currently one of 3 players to have won multiple WTA titles in 2019. However, Kvitova hasn't reached the French Open semi-finals since 2012. Kvitova is a very dangerous player and none of the players like to face her when she's on top. The fact that she is left-handed gives her an advantage, so she's definitely one of the contenders in Paris, Sanchez Vicario said. Vicario also lists Ashley as a threat because players will struggle against her. She also described Naomi Osaka as a worthy number 1, and has shown that she can play on all surfaces. Both Barty and Osaka are yet to win a trophy on the clay during their professional careers. Mats Wilander embed from Getty Images. Former world number 1 Mats Wilander said his dream final in the women's draw would involve Serena Williams. The American has only played in 1 clay event this season heading into the major. At the Italian Open, Williams defeated Rebecca Peterson before withdrawing due to a knee injury. It would be nice to see Simona Halep in the final, because she's the most interesting character on the WTA Tour, and I'd like to see her in the final with Serena Williams because it would be nice for people to see her come back and not stay with the remembrance of the US Open final. Halep-Williams would be my final dream, Digi Sport quoted him as saying. Whilst Wilander said he would like to see Williams in the final, during a separate interview he played down her chances. "I do not think she can win the title. I would be very surprised if she won 7 matches on clay. She will win a Grand Slam, but not the French Open." He said, "The 3 favorites are quite obvious. Simona Halep, first, Naomi Osaka, second. Then I think it's Sloane Stephens." He concluded. As for the men, his pick mirror that of Tony Nadal. Nadal is the front-runner, followed by Djokovic and Thiem. Obviously he has already played much better in Madrid. He is 32 years old, 33 soon. He does not have to win every tournament to get a chance at Roland Garros. Yes, at 3 sets out of 5, it will be difficult to defeat him, Wilander commented about Nadal. Greg Rusedski embed from Getty Images. 1997 US Open runner-up Greg Rusedski believes Djokovic is on par with Nadal when it comes to his chances of winning. The Serbian is currently on a 21-match winning streak when it comes to the majors. Should he prevail in Paris, Djokovic would be the champion of all 4 Grand Slams at the same time for the 2nd time in his career. For me, joint favorite is Djokovic and Nadal. Nadal announced himself. Before this match, Italian Open final, I was putting Djokovic as a slight favorite ahead of Rafa. Tennis 365 quoted Rusedski as telling Amazon Prime. Interestingly, he didn't mention Federer in the running. However, he listed both Stefanos Tsitsipas, who reached the semi-finals of the Australian Open, and Fabio Fognini as outside contenders. "I look at the outside guys," Tsitsipas has said, "I'm coming to the party." He explained, "He's a guy we didn't think was going to step up this quickly. If you took someone as the 3rd favorite, I'd have to say Dominic Thiem after Djokovic and Nadal. The wildcards are Tsitsipas and Fognini." Fognini is probably 5th or 6th, because he can be brilliant or crash out early. Martina Navratilova embed from Getty Images. This year marks the 35th anniversary of Navratilova's last singles triumph at the French Open. Back in 1984 she defeated Krasavitz 6-3, 6-1, in the final. Earlier this year, the former world number 1 wrote an editorial for WTA-Tennis.com about Petra Kvitova, a player who has previously said she has been inspired by Navratilova growing up. Looking ahead to the French Open, the 62-year-old believes Kvitova could win Roland Garros as long as the conditions are in her favor. I would love to see Petra punctuate her comeback by winning a major this year, adding to the Wimbledon titles she took in 2011 and 2014, Navratilova wrote. She is a threat on any surface, and could even win Roland Garros for the first time this year, though much will depend on the speed of the playing conditions in Paris, which can vary quite a bit. When Petra is on, she can beat anybody. Paul Anacon embed from Getty Images. Finally, Paul Anacon has described Nadal as the clear favorite to win, saying the Spaniard knows what it takes to overcome his previous disappointments on the tour. Anacon is a former world number 12 player who went on to have a successful career as both a coach and commentator. He is best known for his work with Pete Sampras 1995-2002, Federer 2010-2013. Nadal knows what he has to do, he said. One of the most impressive things about Rafael Nadal and so many great players is their ability to sift through the emotional responses and be really pragmatic about where they are in the game. He knows where he is and he knows how to win on clay. And I still think there is no tougher test in men's tennis than beating him 3 out of 5 on red clay. So for me he is the favorite for Roland Garros, the clear favorite, not even close. Current odds to win: men Nadal 9/10, Djokovic 12/5, Team 6/1, Tsitsipas 16/1, Federer 18/1, Zverev 20/1, women Halep 7/2, Bertens 8/1, Osaka 10/1, Williams 12/1, Kvitova 12/1, Stevens 14/1. Source: Win.com. Let's block ads. Why?